My name is McDermott. I'm the Operations Director for New Balance Europe, Middle East and Africa. My role encompasses the order capture and fulfillment, covering customer services, purchasing, logistics and delivery. We started looking for an application such as control because we'd had a year and a half's worth of business process mapping and improvement activities that were very empowering, very involving of everybody in the workshops, but we had no way of delivering that to the end users on the desks who were actually going to do the day-to-day operations. We found that the tools and techniques within Lean worked within the manufacturing environment, but really didn't work for us in the administrative centre. So we needed to have a different way of involving the people so that we could drive the improvements that we needed. The thing we were really looking for was a way to take all the great content that we were developing and actually deliver it to the end users on the desks in a way that they could easily access it on a daily basis, so that it could help them do their jobs and help us sustain the improvements that we'd implemented. Our approach to the project was to visit some established users of Nimbus and to see what they were doing with it, to understand more about how it might fit within our project. We then worked with Nimbus and some consultants to do some in-house training. We took a couple of real advocates of Lean and real process thinkers, and we trained them in terms of using the Nimbus tool, the Nimbus application, and tried to combine the mindset of the process improvement guys that we worked with, people that we worked with the power of the Nimbus tool, so that we could then drive through the improvements. The reaction of the authors in terms of using Nimbus was very, very good, very positive, very empowering. The speed at which we could actually capture content and then communicate it to the end users was something we'd never experienced before. Other tools that we'd used just didn't give us that ability. The workshops, working with Nimbus and the authors working with the change agents and the end users, was also extremely powerful, because people could see the processes evolve in front of them and they could edit and adjust as we were working. The Nimbus control tool has really helped us learn to see. The results have been very powerful, very widespread. We started with our order to cash life cycle. We went into our accounts receivable and account payable, and we've seen quite dramatic improvements in terms of processing times, reduction in outstanding debt. We can quote a figure from €3 million over 60 days down to £360,000 over a period of 3 months. And that improvement was driven very much by understanding where the issues were in the business and using Nimbus to help us improve it. It wasn't just about stripping out non-value added and waste, although that was quite an important aspect of the improvement drive. It was also understanding root cause. What Nimbus allowed us to do was understand the bottlenecks, understand where the work was aggregating, but it also allowed us to map back to, well, where did the problem originate, and actually to deal with the problem at the root cause and stop it coming through to where the bottleneck was being created. The plans for the future is to use Nimbus Control to continue to develop our enterprise map. We still have gaps in the understanding in terms of sales and marketing, which we haven't yet looked at, but also to go back and to recapture the work that we did in the manufacturing unit using Lean technologies. So the Lean principles, the Lean thinking, is very clearly documented in standard operating procedures, but we want to pull that into the Nimbus tool so that we can actually maintain it and improve it more easily going forward.